What is up, guys? This is Prince Pyramid back with another one, back with another great one, guys, because you guys saw it last week. We were live streaming our whitetail grind, and there he is. If you haven't seen it yet, if you're not in the Discords, there he is. We finally got our chainsaw rack, our saw rack, our Kinsko rack, whatever you want to call it. This is him. And we got him in about 1,700 kills, and that's what I want to show you guys today. A lot of you guys saw the live streams where we were shooting stuff up north, but I want to show you guys exactly how we were able to set up to where it becomes a super smooth grind. So let's go ahead and head over to Reventuli, and I'll show you guys exactly what I did so that you can put you a whitetail in your lodge as well. Alright guys, and I guess we're going to start with which weapons to use. And you guys already know, for the most part, the workhorse for all my grinds is the Arzina 300. Because of the follow-up shots, because of the knockdown power, you're just going to get so many kills. And it makes the grind go a lot faster because you're getting more kills on each run. And when it comes to the trophies, guys, I kind of have a new favorite. So let me scroll down. And there it is. The Hansen 30-06. To me, this has become my favorite gun, especially like fallow, whitetail. It's good for follow-up, so a lot of times I'll get the trophy shot, and then I'll be able to get a follow-up shot on another deer that's running. So this has become my favorite gun for trophies. The 300 is obviously the main grinding gun, but those are the weapons I would recommend when you're doing your whitetail. Alright guys, so the next thing we need to cover is zones. And you guys know, for the most part on Reventuli, I was hunting up north. You saw most of that in the live stream. What you didn't see is I had to shoot the south down, because they can drink pretty much on the top 3/4 of the map. So I'll show you the line that I like to use. This little line right here, if you follow my cursor, everything north of this line is where you'll find whitetail. You'll find a handful of zones down below it, just at the very tip, right on the border, but everything up above it has to be checked. So what I would do, you see some deer zones right below it, but for the most part they're above it. What I did was I started in the north and I stacked 5 to 6 diamonds in the north. Then I came back south and would just pick a little spot, maybe 3 or 4 lakes. And because all the diamonds were in the north, they were pressuring the average to go down in the south, right? So that really helped my diamond rate. At the end of this, guys, we had over 30 diamonds. Like, I have a whole lodge, and I'll show you at the end just how many diamonds we got. But after I shot the south down, this was the only zone I kept open because I don't need a tent to service it. So what I would do is, after everything was shot down, we came up here, moved all my tents and tripods up here, and then would just jump from lake to lake to lake to lake, all the way to the end. And after hunting everything up there, come here, kill the deer here, and then come down here, reset time and main menu. And I would just recycle that over and over again. And you guys saw it was a pretty efficient grind. We got 15 kills per run. So I would say that's a pretty good setup for you too if you're going to do whitetail in Reventuli. Alright guys, so as far as rares, we didn't get many on the grind, but this was one. This is the only melanistic I have. I already had an albino, I already had a piebald. Those are the only rares we're talking about when we're talking about whitetail. But the fact that I found this melanistic, and he was maybe 4 rotations before the great one, so they came pretty close together. But I was so pumped to see this dude, the one rare I didn't have. And you see the damage, that 30-06, that Hansen shoots so straight, and you always get good shots on it. It's even good for the follow-ups. If I wanted to, I could have fired at another deer, but obviously we didn't have a tripod, so I didn't want to get too much pressure. But I'll show you guys. I also had another albino, but it was a female in the south, that I could collect later. I probably won't. She's just kind of a pet for the channel now when I come back to Reventuli. But this guy, as soon as I saw him, because I've never had a melanistic, so now the fact that I have one of every rare, we definitely, I already told you guys, stacked up a whole lodge full of diamond whitetail. I could not have asked for more success of this grind, but let's look at this guy. Mellow whitetail deer, my first ever mellow. I mean, obviously you would like him. Obviously, I'd like him to be a super rare, but he's such a cool looking deer, man. And again, that 30-06 gets so much. You usually double lung them every time without too much trouble, and you always have the follow-up option as well. But all right, guys, I guess we're at that time. Let's take a look at the moment we get the Great One Whitetail off of Reventuli. All right, guys, and you just got a little preview there, but the unfortunate thing is I wanted to do this on live, but I had to do some off-stream checking to make sure we didn't have a deer that jumped down south. And then I tried to back record my live reaction, and of course that didn't work. It didn't save. But I guess the most important thing is we did get the actual moment we took him down. You guys can see it now. You see how he's in that tree? When I was looking at him, I saw him in that tree, and I don't guess I was able to quite tell. I don't know the racks as good as some people, obviously, but man, that looked like a typical rack from here at least. And for you guys who don't know your whitetail, when you're doing your grind and you finally get your whitetail, you got a multitude of options on what's going to be your rack. There's the short rack, there's the cluster rack, there's the chainsaw rack, the chainsaw saw Kinsko. It's got multiple names. There's the big rack, and the rarest. Oh, there's the drop tine rack. I almost forgot that. And then I guess the rarest of them all is the typical rack. It's the most realistic looking one. And I say realistic, all of these technically could be a deer, right? Like a farm deer or something. But the typical rack is the one that looks the most natural. And it is without doubt the rarest of all the Great One Whitetail. This one right here is actually the chainsaw Kinsko rack. And you're about to see the power of that Hansen 30-06 again. I always be a fan of it now that it's unless it gets nerfed or something, but man, it shoots so straight. Man, but what a rack. And when I am pleased with the fact so many people get the big rack as their first Great One Whitetail. The fact that I got something different, I will take every time. But let's go ahead with 140, 150. Let's go ahead and take this dude out. All right. Nope. Right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You slump them. I'm telling you, man, the Hansen is such a good gun. Such a good gun. But let's go pick the dude up and see the minute we got him. And guys, this ended up being, yeah, I said 30 diamonds, but 1,700 kills is my second longest grind ever. My red deer went almost 3,000 kills. I know we were somewhere between 2,500 and 3,000 kills on the red deer, and we were off and on for that for over a year. But the fact that this guy took about 2 weeks-ish, and we got it in 1,700 kills, is just how efficient you can set up your northern lakes on Reventuli to be. Just make sure you're not overdoing it. Just make sure you always leave a male in the zone, and you'll be set to go on Reventuli as well. But let's take a look. God, what a good looking deer. And the best part about him, guys, now we are closing in. Again, I said it when the channel first started. We were going to get every single diamond and every single great one. We only have 2 more great ones we have to get. They are the 2 hardest, but man, this moment right here, getting this guy and being done with Reventuli just for a while, I'll come back because I enjoyed this grind a lot. But man, what a trophy. What a grind, just given the sheer amount of diamonds. And I mean, the rares obviously weren't as high. We did get a mellow, but the sheer amount of diamonds. And I guess that's what I want to show you guys. Let's go to the Whitetail Grind Lodge and take a look at how many diamonds we ended up getting. All right, guys, and as you can already tell, we had to start using the multi-mount, the Whitetail huddles, to save space. There's a 270 in there. We have one huddle upstairs that actually has two of them that are 271, and another one that's almost 270. So we'll go see that in a second, but a few more diamonds. Our biggest is not in here. Our biggest was a 272, and he's in the main lodge. But I mean, another whitetail huddle here. Another one here. They basically have become the second species that I'm going to have to start drawing a line on even diamonds that I tax. Them and fallow, because I mean, we have so many at this point. There's our piebald and mela. And eventually, we got room for whenever we get that male albino whitetail, but it'll come. Another diamond huddle. 271 in there, too. Another big boy whitetail. And then this one in here, I think, is my biggest huddle, because I know two of them are 271, and a third one is 269.6. So all of them are damn near 270. But yeah, guys, this has been the Great One Whitetail Guide. And man, I had a great time doing this grind. I'm glad it's over and we can move on to our next great one. But man, we will be back on Reventuli soon enough. But I think I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. So I've been Prince Pyramid, and I appreciate all you guys tuning in. But until next time, everybody, have a good one.